are on our way to Eastleigh to look at some vans, and I am extremely excited. I finally sold Danny. Thank you, Danny, for your service. If you don't know who Danny is, that was my former van who we've had some amazing adventures in. However, our last trip that we went to France in for a week, we decided we needed a bigger van. So that's what we are on a mission to do. I'll link the France video down below so you can watch that for yourselves. So we are going to check out vans because we don't know what van we would like, what size we would like, or anything really. I have done loads of research, watched loads of videos, but I think until you actually see them and go in them, we get more of a sense of what we're after. So first stage today, and Marta is with me, Marta Cam, so we'll see what happens. So we could sleep this way comfortably. Bed will come out to about here. Then we'll have some seats here and a table we can eat. This will be the kitchen. Not sure. Plenty of height.
What about the toilet?
Oh, toilet's going to go underneath one of these seats. So this is a Peugeot Boxer, which is one that I'm kind of more drawn to. Don't really know why. I think it's the most affordable out of the selection, which is Renault Master, Fiat Ducato, Ford Transit, Sprinter. Sprinter is totally off because I've had a Mercedes and it was very expensive to run. So I'm hoping this is going to be more affordable to repair and just the running costs. And I like the shape. I like the shape of the Boxer because it seems boxier, which it's in the name really, isn't it? Seems like a good shape. I like the shape. Do you like the shape?
Yeah.
Trying the clutch, and I was like, oh, it's quite soft, which is, I suppose, it's quite good. But I can't quite reach it, get it all the way down. I can't make the seat any further forward, so I think I'll need to wear platforms when driving.
What about me?
And you definitely can't drive it. You'll need like a booster seat and platforms. It's a bigger step in this one, the Renault Master, and it feels like it just closes in, whereas the other one just kind of went straight up, and that just felt so much more spacious. This one's a lot tidier on the outside. The other one, well, it's all battered at the back, so there's a gap under the door, which I'm pretty sure is not going to feel very well insulated when we have a draft. But this one is way out of our budget and has lots of lovely mould in it. That was very exciting. I'm more excited now, and I think because, well, that was fun. That was exciting because actually being in the van, and then you can get a sense of it and where you want stuff and the size, because I was torn between the L2 and L3 Boxer, so like the medium wheelbase and the long wheelbase, but Marta's struggling to hold on it. And I'm going the wrong lane. Going in it, I think we're going to go L3, so the slightly longer one to what I thought, because if we're going to do it, we want to do it properly without having an absolute beast that is 50 foot long. I think this is a good stage. We know the size that we're after, therefore we can narrow our search and potentially have to drive to Birmingham, because vans down south are like £5,000 more than vans up north, which I'm not sure Birmingham is up north, but for us everywhere is up north because we're at the bottom. And I think this applies for cars and houses and everything. So we're going up. So buying a van is not actually as easy and as fun that I thought it was going to be. It's been a bit of a challenge. Or my dad, who I have tagged along today to come and help me a little bit, because he wants his van back, which I've been using for the last 3 months. Unfortunately, the two that I've seen today, the first one, I mean, was very expensive. It's the top of our budget, and more, and just looked a little bit battered. So there's like, oh, that's wrong with it. Oh, can you fix that? Oh, can you do that? One major thing being a hole in the floor, not all the way through, Flintstone style, but still quite a significant hole. But he did say that could all be fixed before I get it. Great, but still just didn't look great, but drove well. Came to see another one that I had seen just over a week ago and drove that one that looks immaculate. It's stunning. The dash, you could see a face in it, so shiny, or the outside, no dents, no nothing. And I drove it and it was horrible. So I guess neither of them are any good. And they come and go so quickly, it's really hard to make a decision. But as Dad said, if it doesn't drive nicely, I'm not going to want to drive it anywhere. And yeah, so the search continues. The day has finally come. We're going to get the van. I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming, but finally, we're here. And hopefully it works and everything's been fixed. What said was going to be fixed. Dad's driving me. Thanks, Dad.
Pleasure.
So I ended up going for the one that I saw first, the one that I drove first, the one that had quite a long list of things that needed to be fixed. As long as everything could get fixed with it, that was nice to drive. And I could get it to look like the nice one, but had to wait a little bit longer. So we've decided to do that. And it's ended up being a lot longer than what I'd hoped. But luckily, Dad has lent me his van and Mum's car and we've made it work. But today, we have a new van! Yay! Let's go and have a look. Everything got a little bit manic when I actually picked up the van the other day, so I wanted to give it enough time so I could show you around properly and explain what we have bought. I also forgot to mention that we changed our minds about what we wanted. So we ended up getting a Citroen Relay L4H2. And I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means. Because when it comes to vans, there's all sorts of shapes and sizes that you can go for. And it all comes down to like the length and the height. So with Citroen Relays, Fiat, Ducatos and Peugeot Boxers, they all go into a similar category of L1, L2, L3 and L4, which is the length of the van, L4 being the longest. And then the different heights, H1, H2 and H3 are the different heights in van. Other makes and models have a different way of explaining it, like short wheelbase, long wheelbase or extra long wheelbase. And that's more like Mercedes Sprinters, Crafters and other vans along those lines. L4 or an extra long wheelbase is the longest, largest van you can drive with a normal licence without having to get like a lorry licence or something, which I wasn't really up for, plus parking. This I feel like might be challenging enough rather than a bus. And that is because this is my only vehicle, so I'm going to be driving this to and from work and to the shops and stuff. So I didn't want it to be a complete nightmare parking it. I've already written down the measurements so I know what I can get in and out of. We decided to get an L4 because if worse comes to worse, we did have to live in it, we could. So we wanted to have the shower, the kitchen, everything off grid and as much as we could get in here in the biggest space rather than trying to cram it in a smaller space or sacrificing having a shower and therefore not sure we'd want to live in it for too long. This being the first video of our van conversion series, the first one, yeah, getting said van is quite important. We did end up going a little bit over budget because I think I was budgeting for an L2 or an L3. The L4s are harder to come by because, I don't know, maybe there's just not as many of them around. So there was that factor. I think because there's less of them, they're a little bit more expensive. And we wanted a really good base, one with as low mileage as we could get and the newest. So therefore, it was a little bit more. A couple of other bonuses with this van is that it has 360 cameras. So there's a little screen in the cab and it's split into 4 sections, one being a reverse camera, one up the front and 2 either side. And I thought that was an amazing feature to have. Makes it a lot easier to drive because you're aware of what's going on around you, and it's an extra safety feature. It also has a reversing camera in it as well, which is amazing for parking. So highly recommend having a reversing camera with one of these longer vans. Throughout the series, we're going to be recording and documenting the whole journey. It's going to take us a little bit of time because of money and time spent having to do this, because we're going to do it all ourselves, which is very exciting, but that means it's just going to take a little bit longer. And I'm going to break down the costs and the time of everything as we go. If you are thinking that you want to buy and convert a van yourself, we have absolutely no experience when it comes to plumbing, electrics, making things. So it's going to be like a real life highs, lows. I'm sure there will be a few mistakes that we make, so either you don't have to make them or you'll know what to be aware of when you do your own conversion. We're going to also give you the exact amount that we spend on everything, so hopefully you won't have any unexpected costs when you do yours.
Hi, it's me. I named the van, which is a crucial part of the process. And after long disputes, we've decided to go for Corey Citronella.
Let the journey begin. And the curtains roam free. Let the curtains be and let the journey begin.
Okay, so basically we have no idea what we're doing, how much it's going to cost us.
We know how much it's already cost us.
Yeah, we know that, which we will talk about, won't we? Because we
Yes.
said we're going to say absolutely everything. But we have no idea. There's a massive bird that's making...
Is it a woodpecker?
I think it's a Corey Citronella bird. Yeah, we're no idea what we're doing. Very exciting, though, just to be able to have a van like this. It's genuinely what we've been wishing for a long, long time. Even when we got Danny, the previous van, we were already thinking and dreaming of being able to one day have a van where we could stand inside and go on long trips and perhaps beyond, the UK territory. And I just feel so incredibly grateful that we are at this stage.
Me too. And I also feel a little bit sick about it.
Why are you feeling sick about it?
I just feel a bit overwhelmed about what we're doing. But I'm excited. I am looking forward to the end, but I'm also looking forward to the process.
No, you're not. You just want it to be done.
I do want it to be done, but I know it's going to be hard, but I know that once it's done, I will appreciate all the hard work that I've put into it and just love it even more, because it's been my blood, sweat, tears and splinters doing it. So
Yeah.
It's going to be exactly how we want it, because I'm going to do it. I know how to fix it when things go wrong. Things won't go wrong.
I mean, I think the biggest achievement would be still being together.
Yeah.
So you might want to look forward to the process more than the end result, because you don't know what the end result
It's
is
somewhere
gonna
for
be.
me to live if we break up.
Where do I live?
You got the house.
No, you can keep the house. I want to stay in the van.
Not if I've built it.
I'm building it with you, unless you thinking not to have my help.
Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next week.